Hey guys, it's Micah. Today we're going to do an unboxing of Tarot of the Starbound Phantasia compared to the Thoth and the RWS. So right off the bat, let's talk about this box. It's gorgeous. And I realized that it has the different suits. So we got the swords, the pentacles, the wands, and the cups. Like, detail, guys. I love it. Here's the sides of the bottom part. And then here's the back. Traditional ancient myth and mysteries take off to space in the Tarot of the Starbound Phantasia. This deck, created by Taylor Ellis, transforms Western mysticism through the lens of personal experience and channelings that are universal, archetypal, and alien. Reading is hard. I try. Okay. So, just like the Ellis deck, it comes with this like little cheat sheet, quick pamphlet for the cards. So on here we have it Queen, Page, Knight, King. And I'm new to Thoth and don't want to confuse myself. So as we go through the deck, just so you know, I put the majors in the Thoth order and the court cards in RWS order because I'll get confused. I just will. But I did talk to the creator about what's what because they're not labeled. All right. After 5 years of working on with the Ellis deck, another version exploring There was a blurb I wanted to read, but I don't know where it was. Okay, here we go. So it blends together the RWS, the Thoth, and the Mercedes. I don't own a Mercedes yet, but yeah. It depicts the fall of lifeless modes of action and perception in order to clear the way for what is ahead. Born from the calling of higher timelines to answer the ascend to the stars is met with the dance of renewed hope for the future. And then we got a spread card. And here's the backs. They are reversible. And it is silver edged. The Ellis deck is edged in gold. Alright, first up we got the Fool card. So, it has the cliff like the RWS, but the dog jester seems a little bit more aggressive, like the lion biting the thigh, in my opinion. So the magician or magus, it has all the suits kind of swirling around like the Thoth card, but they're holding up the wand like the RWS. I love the majors in this deck. Like, look how beautiful this is. This is what made me get the Thoth, really. I just got to get in here. So we got the pomegranate, we got fish. It's kind of making like the Pisces symbol. We have these two Sphinx that remind me of like the Chariot card, right? And this beautiful High Priestess. We got the sky in the background, or like on her clothes with like the pomegranates hanging and the moon. Just gorgeous. So, yeah. Like I said, I haven't studied the Thoth, so feel free to point out anything I'm missing or explain anything to me because, you know, I definitely don't know everything. But you do get a feeling of the both cards. But yeah, the two towers appear to be switched compared to the RWS. There's none in the Thoth. So interesting that they flipped the black and the white. Amazing. All right, the Empress. So we got bees. She's holding the world, like, over her womb area. We got trees in the background. Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so the Emperor has like the fiery energy, and we got the rams over here, both of them. He's holding the pentacle, or I don't know, trophy. But yeah, all this fire is very, very Thothy, right? You know what? Maybe that's his shield. I don't know. So, the staff in the RWS is like this Ankh-like shape. But in the Thoth, he is holding a ram staff. Okay. The Hierophant. So we got the book. We have the cross keys, kind of like the moon and the sun, or a moon and a star. And it's a stone figure with their wings open and the two columns. It's interesting, the perspective, right? This, with the clouds in the background, this looks like a ginormous thing that people would have gone to and worshipped, or maybe like a temple or something. And it's more connected with Earth because the Earth is growing like around it. And I like that ancient knowledge more than the Pope style. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen like temples in India in person. They're absolutely gorgeous. And for me, I'd rather go there to pray than go to this guy. Personal preference. Yeah, I'm not sure with all the correlations. This is my first impressions of this deck, so I haven't worked with it yet, and I haven't read the Thoth books or anything. I literally bought it to go with this deck. The lovers. So we have, I'm assuming, representing like the sun and the moon, the female and the male, and these trees intertwining, and these beautiful griffin creatures coming together. We got the moon and the sun again. So it's similar to the Ellis lovers card, where there's that focus and blend of the energies. Very pretty. So they're still winged, but I like it better than, the angel, the Adam and Eve, all the guilt that goes along with that story, because love is not about guilt. Am I right? Or at least it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be made to feel guilty for anyone that you love. All right, so the Chariot. For some reason, I thought that the Thoth card looked like this card, and then when I got it, and I was like, oh, okay. But I like this version way better, so I like to see movement in my Chariot. And all the traditional aspects don't show that, and I think it's kind of stupid, you know? Because it's like being stagnant versus moving, and I consider it of being able to move cohesively in a direction towards your goal. You know? Does that make any sense? And we got this fiery energy here. Are there any crabs in the card? No. But yeah, we have the similar griffins like in the Lovers card. It's like he's moving through the heavens. We got like the sun and the moon and the star. Yeah, gorgeous. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I put Justice here to go with this. All right. So they're sitting on a tree that kind of is scaled like a snake. Scaled, get it? The scales, smart. All right. And we got the black and white duality. It's cool that the shape of the face is like a heart because that can cloud your judgment, right? And we have a rainbow here. We got the sun, moon, and star. That's probably going to be a theme throughout the deck. Look at these cute little shoes with bells. Maybe that'll make me happy. Maybe I need shoes with bells. Alright, anyway. So, adjustment. Comparison. I mean, the overall structure looks way more similar than this rigidity and sitting posture. Alright. This hermit is very cool. So we got the Cerberus. I had a talk about this card the other day. It looks like an eggplant that's very red with a toupee. You know? It's weird. Okay. So yeah, the human figure is more like the hermit in the RWS, but, you know, the Cerberus is more like the Thoth. And yeah, we get that bearded old man face. And the star and the lanterns in the crystal. So the wheel. Looks like we got our signs. And then a two-headed griffin, maybe? So, this is a life cycle, right? There's like, I don't know if that's like the birth. There's death. I don't know if these birds are eating other birds. They're like getting married. There's a unicorn and a baby. I don't know. There's stuff going on. Definitely the things. Alright. Ta-da. You guys. This strength or lust card or whatever you want to call it is freaking gorgeous. Do you see this? Do you see this? That's what I mean. Like, this would be my Thoth. It's amazing. Okay. So, we got the 7 heads on the lion, but they're less like creepy because they're just like a headband of heads, right? And in here she's like reaching up and cupping something, and in this one the lion's holding a cup. Like I said, I might be getting some of this symbolism wrong, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it anyway. So yeah, you still can get that vibe of the strength card from the RWS because she is like riding the lion, so she obviously has some control over it, and the lion still has its ferocity. She's just not intimidated by it. All right, interesting. The Hanged Man. Okay. I'm getting definite, like, Gemini vibes. So there's these 2 women that look celestial hanging the man upside down by a snake. We got the cobra head there. Oh, okay. I didn't see it right away. So it's almost like his material self is so submerged in being focused on something unworldly, or I don't know, I don't know how to describe it. But instead, it's where his head is like this enlightened eye. Does that make sense? I'm trying to make sense for you guys, but so yeah. Yeah, we got the snake. The leg posture is Thoth. It's crossed that way. Yeah, I guess this is like to show the illumination, but it's interesting like that the head appears to be removed. All right, death. Hmm. So big focus on, your clock running out. Everything has its end time as beginning. We got all these teeny tiny skulls. Reminds me of like asteroids. So this is a little bit of a different take, right? They don't look like a skeleton figure. All right, temperance or art. What's going on? Hmm. Okay, so there's like two heads with an arm coming out, pouring into this cup. We got like the triangles, like the fire water type of vibe. And it looks like a person standing. So I assume this is a throw to like the angels that have the crazy wings and eyes coming out of their head, right? And we get that feeling of like the white and the red and the blue and the yellow. So the colors are all kind of there. Definitely less boring than an angel pouring cups. Like, talk about creativity. This devil card's cool. So yeah, another thing like I said, like the angel beasts that have the all the wings jutting out. Oh, cool. So in the Ellis, there's on that devil card, there's two goats like lapping up stuff, and this looks like they're trying to lick at the gold in either like the blood or wine or whatever. And they have really sharp teeth, so maybe that's cutting their tongue and causing them to bleed onto this snake that's blowing out fire. And then a cool, goat demon dude. It's not a penis. Thumbs up. But yeah, super interesting take on the bondage, right? This video is gonna be long AF. Alright, the tower. We got the water. We got, so, people, like, worshiping or holding the weight up of. These people are trying to support it. And it got struck. And the giant king crown flew off. So, definitely the color scheme going on over here. Yeah. This star card. So it looks like she's, look at the rainbow. Okay, so giant star. She's pouring through like a rainbow into a giant cup. Yeah. Way less boring than the RWS. And I know a lot of people like this star card, but with the Thoth, I'm just like, I'm not a fan that the colors aren't super saturated, that it looks like colored pencil to me. Like, I like saturated art. That's just typically my preference. Okay, so the moon. So instead of the dog and the wolf, we have like these two statues, and we have like people in robes traveling somewhere in the night to do mysterious things. It looks like some sort of eclipse and bats, if it'll focus. Red bats. Okay. So there we go. The sun. Look at that fire. So, no naked babies. We have a woman offering or getting something blessed by a unicorn. And a field of flowers. I like it. So, yeah. No baby. No twins. But I like it better. Because I'm not a baby or a twin. Oh my god, this reminds me of Nightmare Before Christmas. What card am I on? I don't even know. Judgment? Okay. So we got some like hawks carrying roses and like a cosmic being. It almost looks like it's on a lily pad. I don't know. We got the dome structure going on. Yeah. I mean, it's prettier than angels and dead people. Alright, the universe, the world. We got the fixed signs here. Is it fixed or cardinal? I don't know. Whatever. Got this sexy naked woman. So she does have the two wands. What's the posture in this one? So yeah, different posture. Alright, now we're into the wands. I love the colors in this deck. So, get in here. So there's like a golden cobra snake theme throughout the wands. It's like a prettier version, right? This deck makes the RWS look so boring, and this is like the beautiful colored version, right? I like loud things. Alright, the two. So, how the card's laid out, it reminds me more of RWS. The three, definitely more Thoth. Do you see what I mean, though? I like this better than this. Like, 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. And I like that the snakes are looking all different directions. Once I play with this deck, I feel like I'm gonna learn, like, a lot. Alright. So the Four of Wands, structurally reminds me more of the RWS. And what am I going to say? Okay, so it almost reminds me of if people were like in medieval times, like how you like carry people in like a carriage like down the street, or horses, whatever. A carriage, like I'm trying to say. With like these two like male and female like peacocks nesting, like they have their eggs. Maybe it's their first clutch and they're, you know, they're starting out together and it's really pretty. And it makes you wonder, like, are these snakes like protecting them? Or are they going to go in and steal the eggs? Like, is there some possible issues, you know? The 5. So interesting that this little peacock chick up here is like either watching the chaos or the snakes are fighting over it. I'm not really sure. But we have like a wing reference over here, so. Only one appears to be rooted. Okay. Alright, the 6 is definitely like this guy. And yeah, the birds match. And we still have the snakes. See? Very cool. So it does give me a different feeling because I'm used to the RWS image, but they are like the birds raised above all this, almost protected. 7. See where we're going? Matches up with that guy. Alright, the 8 of Wands, we got that swiftness going on. Definitely get more of the RWS vibe. The 9. This one's more Thothy. Look how cool it is, though. That's a badass snake right there. Am I missing any references? I'm probably missing a lot of references. I just want to share it. I don't care. But yeah, you definitely get that feeling of guarding something. Okay. The 10. So, it got the X going on, but it's... Okay. So, I assume when it's saying, like, the oppression, that this bird is literally, like, bleeding out to feed its chicks. Like, she's injuring herself to provide for others. And I'm sure that would be a very scary burden of, you know, do you starve yourself to feed your children? Okay, first round of the courts. So, when I was talking to Taylor Ellis today before doing this, I double checked on what cards are what because they are not numbered, and he basically said as long as you don't get the knights and the kings mixed up, you're pretty much okay. But I believe I put them in the correct order. So we're gonna go for the Thoth. It's gonna be princess, knight, queen. Wait, princess, knight, queen. Prince is like the king looking card, and page, knight, queen, king, and the RWS, because I need to make these fit together, right? Oh, okay. So, here we got the Princess of Wands, or the Child, or the Page. So, I like this, like, flowing energy. And this, she has, like, the tail kind of wrapped around her neck. And she has the wand pointing out, like, in this card. So in the suit, throughout, it was, like, the peacocks and the cobras. So the wand splits into 2, which reminds me of this crown over here. But it does look like she's starting to, like, embark. Like, practicing, learning how to do the things. Alright. So the knight. So they're all facing left. We got that fiery energy, which I really appreciate. Got the peacock head dress, and the cobra is moving forward with him. So no horse, but that's fine. All right, this queen. Look at all the chicks looking up to her. And she got like cool wraparound snake jewelry. She has all this growth around her, blooming into trees, adorned with cobras. The tree kind of reminds me of mushrooms, which is cool. She got a crown on. She got frecklers. Yeah, I like it. It's so spicy. I am sad there's not a cat. Taylor, make me a version with a cat, please. Call me. Okay. So yeah. I love the brightness of it. I like that card a lot. So in contrast, color-wise, like check this guy out, right? Oh, wrong deck. So this seems much more female, right? And this seems more masculine, not only in posture, but in coloration. So we got the prince and the king. He referred to them as the beast in our conversation. So no lion, but it's keeping in its theme, right, with the suit. So I can't be mad about anything. Beautiful snake. I have a big white boa. Well, she's not like huge, but fire. Honestly, the elements being represented correctly matters more to me than like the animals in the traditional cards. All right, now we're on to the cups. So there are going to be, the suits are like color coordinated. Just like the Ellis. Okay. Ace of Cups. We got the overflowing. We got the lotus lily pads. We got the frog. So we got like lions and the fountain. I love this like stone and growth. And we got grapes, which often correlates with the pentacle suit. I like that it's like a painted, I don't know, Aztec-y or Egyptian style gold pottery. So the two. Okay, right off the bat. See this like posturation of the fish fountain? We have that going on, but once again, like the hint of growth. And it's almost like this, I don't know, would it be a nymph? I don't know. This creature has grown and is able to like fill both the cups now. Which, yeah, it's pretty cool. The three. Okay. So, I don't know if these cups are supposed to look like grapes, but they look like grapes. So we got grapes. And dolphins. And look how, like, happy she is. Yeah, I get that celebratory. And I mean, most people assume they're, like, toasting wine or something, right? So, alright. The four. The lion looks a little bit grumpy. So, looks like there's, like, birds or, like, dragon creatures or something. Oh, they're leaves. They're leaves, bro, I think. I don't know. I think they're leaves on a vine. All right. So it's almost like these are like bound up. And the only one available is this like giant lion one, which is really interesting. So maybe you're like not you're not cherishing what you have, and it's almost like what you want is like out of your reach. That's kind of the feeling I get out of it, which is different. That's just my first impression though, guys. All right, disappointment, the Five of Cups. So, we don't have the upside down pentagram going on. Hmm. But there's the 2 upright and the 3 upside down. So these are like illuminated. Like you still have this, but this statue or cloud appears to be weeping and only looking down at what has dried up or turned to stone. Okay, the 6 is different than all of them, which is fine. So the 7, since they're all different items, I would say it's more RWS. It's just more Pip-like. Like I said, I don't have a Mercé to like compare, so I don't know if it matches more with that on some of the cards. Okay, so here we go. What are we doing? So the 8. Okay. So they're lined up in the same way, and there's water in the card, and you're looking out, right? But either this is representing like super like deep emotions, but you're still like moving on from it, or they're still like under the surface and you haven't like acknowledged them yet. We have the eclipse going on. But yeah, instead of the person walking away, they're up there on the boat. And maybe that's representing, maybe you have someone that might be able to help you get out of this and you're still like stuck in the plummeted depths of shitty emotions. It's a pretty card though, too, you know. All right. The 9. Happiness. So they're full of grapes, wine, whatever. Um, yeah, they do match up with geometry. I don't know. Words. Okay. Oh, okay. So, no, they're arranged in a different order. But we got the rainbow. And I think I've said this before. Happy family cards make me sad. I don't always want to see happy family shit. Like I want to just be able to look at it and be like imagine what my version of like optimal happiness in life is rather than like family. I know it has to make other people sad sometimes. It's not only me. So the page, the princess, the child. I don't understand what's going on in this Thoth card. I really I don't. Like she's holding a flower, there's a goose on her head, there's a fish flapping through the air, and she's holding a turtle in a giant shell. Like I don't really understand what's going on. So I like this better. Look at that frog jumping. And they're happy. But like at the same time, are they spilling out of this behind them like and making bubbles in the air and they don't care? They're just like happy about it. But like maybe it's an important resource. I don't know. It's a good vibe card. Definitely like joyful happiness, like being excited about a new emotion. And like the amount of joy compared to like this guy, like, yo, I got a fish in my cup. What's up? All right, the knight. So once again, no horsey. He's just riding the waves, and he has 2 different ankle sheaths. I don't know going on. Definitely looks like Greek or Roman god type. Got a huge like lion cup, which is interesting. Maybe it's a bear. It's an animal. Oh, and he got the same cuffs on his arm too. I don't know if that means anything. So in the Thoth, we have a crab. There's no crab in this one. And once again, all facing the same direction. And we do have like that idea of illumination being represented. This queen is fabulous. I like that she's just like letting her feet dangle. And there's something about this posture that I really enjoy. So she's leaning on like a lion throne. Once again, very like Greek Roman style. She got her huge cup just like levitating above her that's being illuminated. Like, look at these cards. Like, how would you not choose this one? I know it's about like taste and preference, but like, it doesn't even make sense to me. Like, Thoth is like, I know there's symbolism and whatever, but it's just not as pretty to me. And prettiness matters. Probably 90% of you have clicked off this video by now, but you know what? Taylor Ellis, I'm doing this. We're doing it together right now. So, same body positioning, well, directionality. Okay, so this is like one of his beast kings. Look at that giant ass cup. Look at the fuzzy pawpaw. I love pawpaws. So it's a big old lion. Big old blue lion. I almost feel like maybe he has like a fish tail, which is cool. I want to, it's a lionfish, bro. Okay, anyway. So we got a crown and a little feather. I'm amusing myself right now. I don't care. So. So maybe like a lot of times when there's a bird in the Thoth, he does use a feather reference. Okay. So this lion's facing head on. This guy's looking like basically head on, but slightly right. If that matters to anyone. Oh, look at this. So we got dragonflies as the hilt for the Ace of Swords. And it's like these clouds are existing in this like crystal in space. So yeah. I don't see a crown, which the other two decks have, but that's cool. Doesn't matter. Okay, so the two. How do we feel this fits, guys? Let's look at it first. So these look to me like beetles, right? It almost looks like they're like clashing and creating this like divide. These four pinwheels, when I flipped through this deck, like threw me off. I'm like, I don't. If it's a 2 of something and then there's a 4 of something in the background, it confuses my brain. Well, the split down the middle makes it feel like duality. And these two things going at it makes it look like indecision or like a conflict. So, the 3. So yeah, this might be one that's more like Marseille. But if... Yeah, no, that didn't work. So I don't necessarily get like sorrow vibes from this card. I don't have an opinion yet. So it looks like this is like a giant ant, and these are like wasps biting it. The 4, truce. We got like a upside down cicada or something, like a tummy of a bug. And then these look like cicadas. They almost look like they're protecting it. Like they're like swooshing out sound waves from their mouth or something to like cocoon and protect this one that doesn't have a hard shell yet, maybe. That's interesting. And they go like underground for long periods of time. It might not even be that bug, but I'm just saying it is. All right, 5 of Swords, defeat. What do we have? What's going on? Are these dragonflies? What am I looking at? I don't know. What's going on? Are they scorpions? I guess it really doesn't matter right now. So once again, he deviated from the upside down star. I'm gonna have to think on that one. All right, we got science and the Thoth for the 6 and this guy. So, put that guy down. So it looks like they have butterfly wings. They're like celestial star blades moving through the sky. A 7. These look like crickets, or they're mosquitoes, bro. That's gross. Ew. Okay. So it almost looks like they're drinking the life force out of this big one. So they're sneakily stealing its life force. That's pretty messed up. I get it. It's very clever. All right. What are we on? The 8. So different pattern. I mean, it's creating like a grid block. We got like a death moth. Very cool. All the swords are. I'd have to think on this guy. Did I say the right number for that? I don't know. This was the 9. The 10. All right, so we got different positioning. Looks a lot more scattered. And they look like flies stuck in a spider web. So they're all like doomed. Doom. All right. So we got the princess, the page, the child, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so they're facing head on, more like the RWS. Oh, there's music outside. Okay, so it almost looks like they slammed down their sword and are cracking the crystal. They look pretty ferociously determined. Their hands like balled into a fist. All right, the knight. Definitely have that movement. Got the sword in hand. Looks like he has some battle scars. The queen. So she's facing frontal like the Thoth is. Does she have a severed head in this one? No. Okay. The prince, the king, the beast. Okay, this guy's facing head on, very like stern posture. So he has like griffin feet, a giant beetle. I'm not sure what's in the middle of this crystal. Something. He looks very like a god or celestial being, right? He looks big. All right, the ace. Definitely get the color vibe going on. So it's like, look at this little goat climbing the mountain, which would be like slow growth. Got trees, gears, and an acorn, and gems, and Little handprints. Okay, so apparently the pentacles are gonna be like hands and emeralds type of vibe. I do like the Thoth too. I like the snake. I like the yin yang. So yeah, we got that like figure eight going on for balance. It looks like a bat and a bird. The three is still making like that triangle pattern, and this one like the wheels and like the gears make a lot of sense, right? Turning, it's a process to like make money and develop the things. We got a illuminated goat or in front of the sun at the tippy top. So it's like he traveled all this way to get up there. Okay, so the 4 is definitely structurally similar to the Thoth. Got the ram. Okay. So for the 5 for worry, it looks like all these pentacles are either blocking out the sun or like oppressing this starving little goat. Like the goat can't climb out. It's like trapped there and starving, which is really sad, but I mean, so is the RWS. So it's like that shape, right? Okay. Geometrically the same as the Thoth. What's going on with these goats? I need to know. That one has a funny face. I don't know what's going on with him. And this guy's jumping. Wee. Okay. For the idea of giving, I mean, it looks like a cycle. I don't know. All right. So in the Thoth, we have failure. And geometrically, this matches up with that. And the goat's all broken apart into pieces. It's not whole anymore. So it failed at living, I assume. Which is much different than the vibe I get from the RWS. Because this feels like, you know, the situation's over. And this one, you're just waiting for it to progress. Okay, so the 8. They're lined up like the tree. We got the tree here. We got a black goat and a white goat showing their reflection. All right, so same geometry again as the Thoth. We got the black and the white goat again. This one we have like bat wings and then the bird wings. So the birds and the bats are a theme. And how these bubbles overlap here, these are all like yin yang symbols with gears. It's almost like the gears and the motivation to do so. That's kind of what I get from it. All right, the 10. So, same setup. We got the 2 happy adult goats on the hill with a little baby goat. Very cute. And it's illuminated. So, yeah. Same structure, it's just like mushed together. Alright, now the princess or the pages. He's holding that. He looks very focused and slightly unsure, and he has like ram shoulder gear armor on. The knight. So I like that it looks like he's like pushing this up a hill. Like that, it looks like it's definitely slow progress, but also the idea of burden and determination. Like they're going. They're not giving up. The Queen. I do like this card. So she got the ram. We got the gears up here. So she is facing a different direction. That might be like the first time I really noticed it in one of the court cards. And the last one, guys. The prince, the king, the beast. Okay, so he's facing another way too. Let me see. So that makes these two face each other, though, if you look at it that way, right? Okay. So this prince is like on a chariot, so it's different than the traditional symbolism, but we still got like the ram or the ox or, you know, four-legged herbivore beast that's also a giant stone creature. So instead of him holding the pinnacle, like he is the pinnacle, and the city is built like on his body. It looks like he's like holding like a fallen tree. So yeah, I did the thing. I made the video, guys. Feel free to let me know anything. Yeah, I didn't study this deck beforehand, so I just kind of winged it. Have a great day. Thank you.